My name's James Bridgeforth. I'm a young and successful investor, and I made $2,500 in one day. Not by day trading or looking at complicated charts, but by literally doing nothing. After watching this video, you'll know how to do the exact same thing. Just for quick reference, I'm going to add a screenshot of just some of the returns that I get from my smallest investment account. And the only reason I'm only showing this account is just for privacy reasons, so I can keep some of my personal information to myself. But this is really just a great way to show about the money that you can bring in from the type of investing that I'm going to teach you today. And when you're looking at this $1,500 gain in just one day from my smaller investment account, you have to remember that this did not come overnight. Those same returns used to be $15 or $10 a day when I started investing. This has been something that I've been sticking to for probably over 2 years at this point. This is not something that'll come easy, quick, or overnight. The real long-term growth comes from consistency, not from any get-rich-quick schemes. This is all about steady growth over a long period of time. And you have to understand that when you're in this investing game, you'd rather get it slower than get it quicker. Now imagine there's going to be times throughout your investment journey where you're going to invest some money, you're going to lose it. You may lose 20% of your money. But if you start out with small amounts, let's say you have $1,000 and you lose 20% of your money, then that means that you lost $200. But let's say you want to get rich quick so fast and you start out with a $100,000 account, that 20% loss is now $20,000. So when you have a smaller account and you're first getting started out with investing, don't be discouraged, but look at the positives in it. You want to make all your mistakes when you don't have so much capital. So when you get to the point where your investment accounts becomes big, you won't have to deal with those major losses because you already took them in the beginning. Now, before I get into my strategy and how I was actually able to profit $2,500 in just one day, I want to start off with actually why I started investing in the first place. The reason I started investing was actually because of my dad. He's the one that introduced it to me. And when I first got started, I was putting in a little bit of money here and there, maybe buying a couple shares of Apple, maybe buying a couple shares of Tesla or Google. But I wasn't really seeing fruitful returns from it. I check my account and I'll be down maybe $10, or I'm up $10 and I'm up $15, but that's not life-changing money. And I feel like that's the same position that a lot of you are in that are watching this video. When I was able to actually think about it a little longer and kind of internalize the process of investing, and I started seeing, okay, this stock I'm up 100%. I'm like, okay, all I did was put in $100 and now it turned into $200. So now I'm starting to think, so if I put $1,000 in, that means I'll get $1,000 back if I start getting 100% returns. So that just made me want to work even harder, even outside of investing, work even harder in my job, my side hustles, maybe my business. So then I could take that money, invest it, knowing that I could flip it, and I would know that the financial freedom and the aspects of finally being able to grow wealth was actually something I'll be more interested in. And when I first started investing, I maybe started out with $250. It wasn't much. And now, since I've been able to stay consistent and I've been able to be very disciplined in my investment journey, I've actually been able to grow my account to over $25,000. And I actually have a goal of reaching a six-figure account by the time I graduate in 2 years. Now that you guys have heard a little bit about me and my starting point, I want to dive into this strategy and how I was actually able to gain this amount of money in just one single day. Now, when it comes to my strategy with investing, I'm a buy and hold and I'm a dollar cost average investor. So what I do is I like to find some of my favorite companies and I evaluate those companies. You can actually learn how to do that by watching one of my previous videos that I'll link at the end of this one and also put in the description. So when I find these nice companies that I want to evaluate further, I then invest in the companies when they're down 10% or they're down 20%. In some of my investments, I'm constantly buying by doing something called dollar cost averaging, where I'll either invest $20 a day or $5 a day, or even something smaller such as $1 a day, just so I can accumulate more shares over a long period of time. But when these companies go down by 10 or 20%, that's when I'm doing the real heavy lifting and the heavy buying. So I'll start putting my paychecks into these stocks or assets or companies or whatever I'm investing in. So then my average cost per share is lower. This will ensure that I'm able to receive higher percentage gains on these stocks or commodities when they go up over time. And this is the way that I'm able to generate such high returns from just one single day. Now, when it comes to how consistent I am with my strategy and how often I add money to my account, it's pretty much every single day. I have reoccurring investments set where I put $20 a day into certain stocks or assets. And then every time I get paid or get a paycheck, 90 to 95% of that paycheck is going straight to investing. And then my extra side hustle income is basically what I live off of. And I know how you heard me say earlier that I buy super heavy when the stock is down 10 or 20%. But I know when you see something down 10 or 20%, you can be a bit fearful, which is why a strong mindset is also very important when investing, because you want to make sure that you're being level-headed and you're not panicking when these stocks go down, but you more so look at it as a great buying opportunity as your favorite companies and your favorite assets are finally on sale for you to take advantage and get it at a lower price. Now let's talk about how this $2,500 gain actually happened. So the only reason that this gain happened is because President Trump actually issued a 90-day pause on the tariff, which is a huge relief and a huge sentiment in the market, which sent the market skyrocketing. This is all because the market doesn't actually like uncertainty. So when it was able to gain some useful information that took the uncertainty out the market, it decided to go up. So then I was able to be the beneficiary, because during those times of trial, when there was uncertainty in the market and the market was down 10 to 20%, I was buying super heavy, anticipating the day where there would be no uncertainty in the market and the market would soon take off and I would be the beneficiary of buying said stocks or assets. So that's exactly how I was able to generate and be able to gain $2,500 in a day, because I stayed patient, I stuck to my strategy, and never became fearful, because all the studying that I did before that allowed me to be comfortable in certain situations where other people would be uncomfortable. And when you're getting started investing, don't get fixated on just wanting large returns or big gains, but you really have to fall in love with the game of investing. Once you fall in love with the technicals, all the money will come. It's inevitable at that point, because you've done so much work that you're comfortable and you fully understand the opportunities when they present themselves, and you'll be able to take advantage of them when they see them. And I know I said this in my last video, but starting early is really crucial. If I was so fixated on only having $200 to start investing, then I wouldn't be at the point to where I'm able to amass $25,000 in investing. It all starts from small gains and small work. You really have to understand that this isn't something that's only for rich people. It's for everybody, and when you take advantage of it, you'll truly see the gains and the positive returns that you can get, and the amount of wealth and financial freedom that you can create for yourself and future generations that come after you. So if you enjoy watching this video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, turn on that post notification bell so you never miss an update, and I'll see you guys in the next video.